You are not stuck because of your job. You are not stuck because of your city. You are not stuck because of your past. You are stuck because of one invisible mistake you make every single morning. And today, that mistake ends. You are not stuck because of your job. You are not stuck because of your city. You are not stuck because of your past mistakes. You are stuck because of one invisible mistake you make every single morning without knowing it. And today, that mistake ends forever. In the next 10 minutes, I will show you the exact Stoic method that has helped millions of human beings break free for over 2,000 years. Think about the last time you felt truly alive, truly moving forward. There was momentum, there was clarity, there was direction. And then, at some point, that feeling disappeared. And you have been trying desperately to get it back ever since. You tried new habits, new routines, maybe even a completely new job. But nothing stuck, nothing truly changed. Because you have been solving the wrong problem entirely. Here is the truth that the Stoics discovered, and that modern psychology has now confirmed. The feeling of being stuck is not caused by your external circumstances. It is caused entirely by where you are directing your mental energy each day. Every single morning, without even realizing it, you pour your focus into a direction that guarantees paralysis. And it begins with one fundamental error almost everyone makes. Epictetus was born a slave. He had no freedom, no property, no rights whatsoever. And yet, he became the most quoted philosopher in all of Roman history. Because he understood something that even free men could not clearly see. He wrote, "Some things are in our control and others are not." That one line, written 2,000 years ago, remains the most important idea for breaking free from feeling stuck. Here is the exact mistake you make every single morning. You wake up and immediately focus on what you cannot control, what your boss thinks of you, whether your plan will actually work, what people are saying about you, what the economy is doing, what your past mistakes have cost you. Every single one of these thoughts is energy, your most valuable resource, poured into a category that will never give results. Neuroscience calls this cognitive load. Your brain has a strictly limited capacity for focused attention each day. When you spend that entire capacity on uncontrollable outcomes, you have absolutely nothing left for the actions that actually move you forward. You feel exhausted, overwhelmed, completely paralyzed. Not because the world is too heavy, but because you carry enormous weight that was never yours to carry. The Stoic fix is called the dichotomy of control. And it is not positive thinking. It is not about ignoring your real problems. It is a precise and surgical redirection of your full attention. Every single morning, before anything external enters your mind, you ask yourself one powerful question. What is actually within my power today? Not what you wish you could control. What is genuinely within your power? The answer is always exactly the same. Your thoughts, your choices, your effort, your response to whatever happens around you. Nothing else, not the outcome, not other people. Not timing or luck or your circumstances. When you accept this completely, not just intellectually but deep in your bones, something fundamental shifts inside you. The invisible wall does not disappear, but you stop pushing against it. The second reason you feel stuck is what Marcus Aurelius called the failure to confine yourself to the present. Marcus Aurelius ruled the Roman Empire, the most powerful position in the ancient world. And yet he struggled daily with the same thing you struggle with. His mind pulled toward the future, toward worry, uncertainty, imagined disasters, and toward the past, toward regret, shame, what should have been. He wrote in his private journal, "Confine yourself to the present." He was not telling himself to ignore tomorrow. He was reminding himself that winning and losing only happens in one place, right now, in this decision. In this action, in this moment. The future is built from present moments, one at a time. When you are somewhere else mentally, you are building nothing. You are just drifting. This is why you feel stuck even when you are busy. You are physically moving but mentally absent. You are going through motions without presence. The Stoics called this living mechanically, existing without truly directing your own mind. And a mind that is not deliberately directed will always default to fear, distraction, and comfort that is not living. That is drifting with extra steps. The third Stoic method is called Premeditatio Malorum, the premeditation of obstacles. Every morning, Marcus Aurelius did not hope for a smooth day. He prepared for a difficult one. He wrote, "Begin the morning by saying to yourself, 'I shall meet with meddling, ungrateful, violent, treacherous, envious, uncharitable people.' And then he went out and served them anyway." That preparation was not pessimism. It was armor. When you expect friction, friction does not stop you. When you assume the path will be clear, every obstacle feels like a sign that something is wrong, that you should stop, that you were not meant for this. People who feel stuck are almost always people who were surprised by difficulty. The Stoics were never surprised. They expected the hard thing, and when it came, they were already ready. The fourth method is journaling, not as a diary, but as a tool for self-examination. Every evening, Marcus Aurelius wrote in his private journal. He asked himself, "Where did I lose my focus today? Where did I direct energy toward what I cannot control? What did the weaker version of me choose? What will I do differently tomorrow?" These were not rhetorical questions. They were the mechanism of his growth. The Meditations of Marcus Aurelius, the most famous Stoic text in history, was never meant to be published. It was his personal war journal, a record of a man fighting his own weakness, honestly, repeatedly, without excuses. He does not write like an emperor. He writes like someone who is still learning, still failing, still trying. That honesty, that refusal to deceive himself, is exactly what made him extraordinary. Most people who feel stuck are lying to themselves in some way, not maliciously, but through avoidance. They do not examine where they lost. They do not name the choices that kept them small. They do not commit out loud to doing better. They just carry yesterday's weight silently into today and wonder why today feels exactly the same. Journaling breaks that cycle. Honest self-examination breaks that cycle. The fifth and final method is what Seneca called voluntary discomfort, deliberately choosing the harder option, not because you have to, but to prove to yourself that comfort does not own you. Cold water in the morning, the difficult conversation you have been avoiding, the work session without your phone. Each small act of voluntary discomfort trains one thing, the belief that you are capable of doing hard things. Seneca wrote, "It is not that I am brave enough to endure hardship. It is that hardship has lost its power over me." That is the goal, not to suffer unnecessarily, but to make suffering optional by proving repeatedly that you can choose discomfort and survive it. Every time you choose the harder thing voluntarily, you take back a piece of yourself from comfort, from fear, from the feeling of being stuck. Here is what I want you to understand before this video ends. You are not stuck because the world is against you. You are not stuck because you are not talented enough or lucky enough or ready enough. You are stuck because your focus has been aimed at the wrong target for too long. And focus, unlike talent, unlike luck, unlike circumstances, is something you can change starting right now, starting today. Here is your first step. Tonight, before you sleep, open a notes app and write down one thing you have been trying to control that is not actually in your power. Just one, name it, let it go on paper. And write one thing that is fully within your power tomorrow, one action, one choice, one effort. That is the pivot. That is how the unstuck begins. Drop it in the comments. I read every single one.